Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about weight training for beginners. So if you're a newbie to the gym or at home, if you've got a pair of dumbbells and a bar, you just enter the weightlifting room in the gym and you're completely new, I can understand it may be a bit intimidating at first and you might feel a bit anxious and nervous to step in there because you don't know what you're doing or know what exercises to use to get to your goal. So I will explain some tips and mistakes that I once made when I was a beginner, because there were plenty of those made when I first started. And the very first one would be you have no structure or plan when you enter, which was me. When I first started, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I would walk into the gym, look left and right, and just spot the guy in the vest who was ripped, chiseled, and I would just go, okay, I'm going to copy this guy. He obviously knows what he's doing. So he would do his bicep curls, and there I was standing next to him doing my bicep curls, and my form was horrendous. My technique was awful. I had no one tell me, unfortunately. So at the time, I probably wasted like 3-6 months, whatever, just on awful technique. So my advice would be to get a structured routine, a plan that you can follow, so you know as soon as you enter those gym doors, that's it. Your head's screwed on. You're gonna work on each exercise on your plan, and you're gonna smash it. The problem with me was I copied the guy next to me, so if it was his arm day, it was my arm day. Fortunately for me at the time, I loved training arms. All I wanted to do was chest and biceps. That's all I wanted when I first started. So for me it was okay, but then I realized that I neglected other muscles, which brings me to mistake number 2, which is actually neglecting weaker body parts. So for me at the time, I was doing my arms and then they were looking okay, but then I realized I had no legs and no back because I didn't work them. I thought I can't see my back muscles, and my legs are covered by jeans and trousers, so I don't need to work them. Big mistake. So when I first started training them, it made it 10 times harder. So my advice is to train the body as a whole to begin with, and also work on your weaker areas. So we all have weaker muscles than others. Some muscles we will find will be harder to develop than others. It could be shoulders, it could be legs. Therefore I recommend, if you do have a lagging body part, is to train it like twice a week. Get more frequency in, get more intensity. So you could reduce the rest periods in between your sets, you could increase the weight lifted, overloading the muscle as you go on. However, with weights, that brings me to the next mistake. I'm kind of all shoveling all in one here. But that brings me to the next mistake, is lifting too much than you can take on to begin with. So a common mistake that I see made now is, lots of newbies coming in, they might be with their friends, or it could be ego lifting, is you walk into the gym, clap your hands, ready to the bar, you load it up and you're just lifting and you end up doing your back in or causing injury, or you're not effectively engaging the muscles. So here's my advice, is you learn how to engage each muscle first before you progress on the weight. So before you add loads of weight on the bar, learn how the muscles work. Maybe watch some YouTube videos on exercises. Maybe Google the exercise on the muscles and do some research yourself. Hire a trainer or speak to a coach or a professional and get some advice on which areas you want to improve on. If you want to improve on your strength, you want to get a good squat, then maybe watch some squat videos or get someone to spot you or look at your technique. That would be my advice. So you know exactly how to engage the muscles, and you're not just lifting for the sake of being told that lifting's good for you, but you need to know how to lift effectively to work the muscles. So that's a really big one for me, a mistake that I once made when I began too. Also, another one is the nutrition. So when I first started, it was actually really unplanned, because I was walking with my friend, and this was after school years ago, and we walked past the school gym and we were like, hey, do you want to have a workout? So I was like, sure, but I'm hungry though. So we then went to McDonald's, which was nearby. I got a Big Mac, fries, milkshake, and then I came ready for the gym. So I went to the gym and I trained chest and biceps, me being me at the time, and then loved it, and then left the gym, and then I was like, oh, I'm hungry again. So I went straight back to McDonald's, Big Mac, large fries, strawberry milkshake, same again. That was my nutrition. There was no structure with the diet. I remember I used to eat Mars bars before the gym because I had no idea what to eat. I just ended up, I thought, I'm hungry, I'm going to fuel with go to the shop and buy whatever's there. So I would educate yourself also on the nutrition part of things. if you're getting into weight training, because that it will help develop your muscles and build up your strength, and it won't happen if you're constantly eating junk food. Another mistake that I often see is also, or not mistake, but kind of like something that really gets me, is that you're comparing yourself to more, people who have been there for 10 years training. I did it. I once walked in the gym and I was doing my workout and I'd look at some other person and I go, oh no, he's better than me, he's stronger. And then you end up either trying to lift the same weight as them or you're trying to copy them and stuff. But you're not them, and you don't know their story. You don't know, how long they've been training for. And there could be a special routine. You have to be able to focus on yourself, focus on your program, your results, your own self, and you will grow, you will develop. If you're constantly focusing on the person next to you in the gym, or if you're spending like half an hour in the workout staring at someone else, then you're not quite gonna get the results that you want. So as a beginner, I wouldn't be put off by others in the gym. Just know that they're here for a reason, and so are you. We're all here to improve. So yeah, just stick with your own progress. Guys, there are my tips for beginners new to weight training. I would definitely recommend getting some advice. Make sure you have a structured routine. If we're talking about training programs, I often get asked, which one should I do if I'm a beginner to weight training? So my advice would be a full body workout. So you're working like chest, back, arms, shoulders, legs, all in one for a few weeks, just to build up the strength and get used to the muscles working. However, if you're coming to the gym like 6 days a week, if you really want to bomb it, then a full body workout will be a bit too intense because you won't be able to recover properly. So I'll then go for like an upper body and a lower body split. So one day you come in and you do like chest muscles, back, shoulders, arms, and then rest them, and the next day do your lower body exercises. So do your squats and your leg presses and all these other lower body, and work on your core. And then maybe in the middle, the day after, it could be a cardio day, abs, and then you can repeat upper body day like that. And after a few weeks or a month, you can then look into doing some different types of routines. But the key is to always keep switching it up and always keep progressing with yourself. And then you'll be able to maximize your results. Okay guys, so they are my tips on weight training for beginners, and I hope you enjoyed this video.